Welcome to the Weather Report on VTB Tien channel. Let's start with an overall picture across Australia. It can be seen that several troughs are moving across the country, each bringing its own signature to the sky and climate of the regions. One trough is present in the east, stretching from Queensland down to New South Wales, while some other troughs lie further west, preparing to affect Western Australia and South Australia tomorrow. Overall, both of these trough areas are forecasted to bring scattered showers and thunderstorms on Friday. In other parts of the country, the weather will be more stable, with golden sunshine spreading, except for the Northern Territory, where Tropical Cyclone FINA is approaching the top-end coast, promising more intense weather developments. Starting with Queensland, you can see that tomorrow morning in some central and southeast coastal areas, thin fog will appear, creating a mystical atmosphere. After the fog clears, temperatures will rise quickly, bringing a warmer than average day. However, in the far north of the Cape York Peninsula, showers and thunderstorms will continue, making the atmosphere even more lively. In other areas, thunderstorms will develop sporadically across central and southeast Queensland. Although most storms are quite isolated and not severe, they are enough to cool the air, sometimes accompanied by light rain. Some moderate showers may appear near the New South Wales border, but in most other areas, the sky will be mainly dry. As for Brisbane, tomorrow promises a sunny day with a maximum temperature of 30 degrees Celsius, ideal for enjoying a walk outdoors or a morning coffee by the window. Moving to New South Wales, the trough over the inland areas will have a significant impact on the weather. East of the trough, areas will experience scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly affecting the northeastern part of the state. Some places such as the Illawarra Range may receive moderate rainfall, and in the northern ranges, more severe thunderstorms may bring localized heavy rain. Conversely, west of the trough, the weather will be quite stable, dry, and sunny. Sydney is expected to experience a few light showers, with a maximum temperature of 21 degrees Celsius, while Canberra will be mostly cloudy, with a high of around 18 degrees Celsius. An ideal day to enjoy a hot cup of tea and the cool atmosphere. In Victoria, tomorrow will start cool with the possibility of morning frost, especially in the south and southern mountainous areas. However, throughout the day, the sky will be mainly sunny and dry, with fairly stable weather. Melbourne is expected to reach a maximum temperature of 19 degrees Celsius, a pleasant day to take a walk or enjoy coffee outdoors. In Tasmania, some central areas may experience light morning frost. The following day will be dry, with sunshine mainly in northern, central, and eastern Tasmania, and a maximum temperature in Hobart of around 18 degrees Celsius. A few clouds may appear in the west, but generally will not significantly affect the weather. South Australia will have a sunny day across the eastern part of the state, while clouds begin moving in from the west, with showers and thunderstorms associated with the trough. The current thunderstorms are mostly isolated with low rainfall, but on the west and far west coasts, moderate rainfall may occur, sometimes accompanied by strong winds or hail. Adelaide is expected to be partly cloudy to sunny, with a maximum temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. In Western Australia, thunderstorms will occur in the morning over the southeastern inland areas, lasting until the afternoon, but mostly easing. Overall rainfall is low, mainly moderate in the southeast, but some southern coastal areas may also experience scattered showers. Southern districts will be cooler due to southerly winds blowing from the ocean, while Perth will have a sunny day with a maximum temperature of 28 degrees Celsius. The weather is milder in the southwest regions, while the west, central, and northern Western Australia will remain quite warm. In the Northern Territory, hot to very hot weather covers central and southern areas, dry and sunny. However, in the top end, everything is completely different. Showers and thunderstorms brought by Tropical Cyclone FINA will move down from the north, heading southwest. The cyclone is expected to strongly affect the entire Northern Territory coastline, with strong winds and an increased risk of heavy rainfall. Darwin is expected to have 1 or 2 showers and thunderstorms, with a maximum temperature of 33 degrees Celsius, a hot and humid day with strong winds associated with the cyclone. In summary, you can see that Australia tomorrow will be a colorful weather picture, from golden, mild sunshine in the south and west, to scattered thunderstorms in Queensland, New South Wales, South Australia, and Western Australia, along with a strong cyclone in the top end. Some areas will need to pay attention to heavy rain, strong winds, and even hail. Prepare your umbrellas, raincoats, or sunscreen depending on where you live. And don't forget to enjoy the diverse natural beauty that Australia's weather brings. Wishing you a new day full of energy, safety, and joy. Michael English. We will follow the developments of Tropical Cyclone FINA, a Category 2 tropical cyclone currently active in the Northern Territory of Australia. This is a strong weather system, and you need to monitor it closely, especially if you live in or plan to travel to this area. According to the latest update on November 20th, around 11 a.m. Northern Territory time, Cyclone FINA has begun moving south, heading straight toward northern Australia. The current satellite images clearly show the structure of the cyclone. The colors on the satellite imagery indicate the height and depth of the clouds, and around the cyclone's center, the clouds are very dense, reflecting the strong development of rain and thunderstorms throughout the atmosphere. If you look closely, we can clearly see the eye of Cyclone FINA. And with this information, meteorologists have accurately plotted the tropical cyclone's position on the map. This is a Category 2 cyclone, and a reminder, the cyclone category only tells us the strength of the winds the system can produce. Specifically, a Category 2 cyclone has average winds of 90 to 120 kilometers per hour, with gusts reaching up to 160 kilometers per hour, strong enough to cause damage if proper precautions are not taken. Currently, the cyclone's center is about 180 kilometers north of the coast, and 380 kilometers northeast of Darwin, placing it right in the critical area we are monitoring. Let's set aside the satellite images for a moment and look at the projected path of the cyclone on the map. For the rest of Thursday, Cyclone FINA is forecasted to move almost straight south toward the northern coast of the Northern Territory. By Friday morning, the cyclone will change direction, beginning to move southwest, passing through Van Diemen Gulf, approaching Darwin, most likely just north of the city. During this time, the cyclone is likely to remain at Category 2, but there is a possibility it could strengthen to Category 3 within the next 24 to 48 hours. This is truly a system that we must follow closely, hour by hour. Because the cyclone's path is very close to the Northern Territory, weather impacts will be significant. Let's zoom in on the map and focus on the tropical cyclone warning and monitoring areas. Orange warning area. This is where Category 2 gusts are expected within the next 24 hours, stretching from the tip of Cobourg Peninsula around Cape Dawn to Maningrida. On Friday, winds could reach 120 kilometers per hour, and as the cyclone passes, winds may strengthen further to 150 kilometers per hour. Yellow area. This is the extended tropical cyclone warning zone, where strong winds are expected to develop within the next 24 to 48 hours. This area includes Darwin, extending to Gunbalanya and the Tiwi Islands, all of which will experience strong winds and heavy rain as the cyclone moves. Detailed developments over the next few days. Friday, Category 2 cyclone moves south, with initial wind and rain forming along the northern coast of Top End. Early Saturday, the cyclone enters Van Diemen Gulf and remains at Category 2. Late Saturday, Darwin begins to experience significant impacts with strong winds, heavy rain, and thunderstorms. This is the time when outdoor activities should be limited, and people are advised to stay indoors or in safe shelters. Sunday and early next week, the cyclone continues moving southwest, potentially heading toward Kimberley and northern regions of Western Australia. Heavy rainfall is expected along the Northern Territory coast, with totals potentially reaching hundreds of millimeters. Especially in Darwin, the risk of flooding and flash floods is very high. Tropical Cyclone FINA brings many significant weather impacts. Wind damage, trees uprooted, power lines damaged, temporary power outages, property damage. Risk of river and flash flooding. Rivers across the Northern Territory have been warned as water levels can rise very quickly. Hazardous coastal conditions, large waves, dangerous surf, strong currents, combined with high tides as the cyclone passes. Residents in affected areas should prepare in advance, ensuring safety for themselves, their families, and property. Meteorological and rescue agencies will continue to provide continuous updates on Cyclone FINA in the coming days. We will continue to closely monitor the developments of Tropical Cyclone FINA, updating the latest warnings so that everyone can take precautions. Thank you for watching, and we wish everyone safety, peace, and readiness in the face of severe weather. Oh wow! Today we're going to explore a week of wildly changing weather across Australia, and trust me, it's going to be super exciting. Okay, let's get started. Right now, we have a massive low-pressure system wreaking havoc around Western Australia, dragging along a series of thunderstorms stretching all the way to Kimberley. And that's not all. The highlight is Tropical Cyclone FINA, Category 2, eyeing Darwin this Saturday. Oh boy, just hearing that gets the adrenaline pumping, right? Because of how intense this storm is, today I'm going to strategize a bit to make it easier to follow. If you want all the details about Cyclone FINA, make sure to check out the other video. Quick weather update right now. Dry in most places outside the storm, although New South Wales and ACT have seen some scattered showers moving through today. Some thunderstorms are appearing further south, so along the Victoria border, and regions of South Australia, Victoria, and Tasmania are feeling the impact of a cold air mass from the Southern Ocean. Looking at the map, you'll see speckled clouds, a clear sign of cold air moving through. And here, folks, check this out. The wind map for tonight. Look, Tropical Cyclone FINA is at Category 2, just as predicted. According to the Meteorological Bureau, it's unlikely the storm will intensify much further. But better safe than sorry, right? Queensland and surrounding areas. Right now, the weather is quite warm. The low-pressure system sits offshore in northern Queensland, so it's no surprise we see a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. But when the high-pressure system from Great Australian moves in, cold air will sneak in tonight, meaning areas that are warm today, tomorrow could be cooler and much more comfortable. In New South Wales, this creates cloud convergence, forming some heavy showers around the Great Dividing Range. Tasmania will feel a bit cooler thanks to southwesterly winds. Western Australia, headquarters of the low boss. This massive low is activating all sorts of thunderstorms and moving air streams across Western Australia. By Friday, showers and storms will increase, mainly along the southern coast, with southeast winds stirring things up. Some areas of South Australia will also see showers and storms spreading south and southwest of the Northern Territory, but the rest of the regions, peaceful, dry weather, perfect for a relaxed afternoon. Cyclone FINA, the main event, as I mentioned, is the Saturday is the scariest day for Darwin, when the Category 2 cyclone approaches the city. Strong winds, heavy rain, thunderstorms, all happening at once. If you're in the area, a sincere advice, stay inside or find a safe shelter. Some thunderstorms will also appear in northern Queensland, especially in the southeast corner. The red tropical boundary is shifting south, bringing strong winds and rising temperatures. In some areas, gusts may reach cyclone strength, particularly around the mountains. In Tasmania, high pressure keeps Friday fairly dry and warm. But remember, there's wind coming from the east off the sea, so if you're in Hobart, be ready to feel it. Looking ahead for next week. Monday, temperatures rise sharply, especially in Brisbane and southeastern Queensland, possibly mid-30s degrees Celsius, with high humidity. Tuesday, residual effects of Cyclone FINA still dissipating in the far north, with cooler air from South Australia moving into Western Australia. Wednesday, cool southern winds move into New South Wales, reducing northern humidity, but Queensland and the Northern Territory remain hot and humid. All week, Scattered showers and storms across Queensland, Northern Territory, northern half of Western Australia, South Australia, Victoria, and Tasmania. The polar front is close, so spring-like air will be noticeable. Highlights: strong and gusty winds, temperature drop Wednesday night as the polar front passes. 7-day map shows showers and storms everywhere, but light blue areas stay fairly dry. Not everyone gets wet. Some areas around Kimberley could see extreme rainfall, up to 230 millimeters in one day. So here's the summary. Western Australia, low pressure scattered storms. Queensland, warms, a few thunderstorms. New South Wales and Victoria, cloud convergence showers. Tasmania, mainly dry, light winds from the sea. Darwin and Top End, Cyclone FINA Category 2, strong winds, heavy rain, extremely important to watch. So you see, next week's weather in Australia is going to be super dynamic. From cyclones, thunderstorms, showers, to cold air moving in. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next weather update. Now let's dive deeper into Cyclone FINA and see just how stormy Darwin will get. Wow, hello to all the meteorology enthusiasts, storm-chasing warriors, and the folks who accidentally clicked on this video but then got hooked because the weather is just too fascinating. Today we've got a super hot, super dramatic topic, and literally a superstorm. That is, Tropical Cyclone FINA, which is hovering dangerously to the north of the Top End, Australia. And to keep it short, it's gearing up to smash into Darwin this weekend. So everyone, buckle up. We're diving deep into FINA's journey. Super exciting, super visual, and nothing short of breathtaking. Alright folks, to kick off today's storm movie, look up at the screen. Wow. Just one glance and you can instantly see huge, thick, stacked white clouds up north like they're lining up to check in. And trust me, these aren't pretty clouds. They're storm clouds, cyclone clouds, giant rain-dumping clouds. But hold on. To spot the storm's center, we need something more official. Land-based rain radar. Look closely. Even though the radar only sees that far because it's on land and can't scan the whole ocean, it's enough to spot the cyclone's center. You'll see it at the end of the radar animation as a gently spinning circle that feels spine-tingling. FINA is still offshore, quite far from land. Most of the rain, most of the wind, most of the destructive energy is still out on the ocean. Darwin today? Just a few scattered showers blowing through for fun. Nothing at peak level yet. Now let's switch to serious mode for a moment. We've got critical info from the Bureau of Meteorology. Yesterday, FINA was just warming up at Category 1. Today, boom! Upgraded to Category 2. And FINA is not standing still. It is preparing to shift south, then curve southwest to head toward Darwin this weekend. This is where forecast models start arguing. US model, the storm stays a bit offshore from Darwin. European model, nope, it's going straight into Darwin. But whichever side you pick, the outcome is the same. This weekend will bring similar intense wind plus rain, very strong. Offshore goes wild, onshore stays calmer. Around lunchtime today in the Northern Territory, the cyclone is still offshore. Strong winds, mostly offshore. Heavy rain, offshore too. Darwin, only light. Passing showers, gentle, nothing major. But by tonight you'll see a band of strong winds starting to push further south. Why? Because, exactly like a textbook tropical cyclone, FINA is stopping its eastward drift, preparing to turn and then dive south. Current cyclone structure. No eye? Don't get comfortable. Right now, if you look at satellite imagery, you'll notice no clear eye. No distinct hollow center. Why? FINA is interacting with land and hasn't fully shaped itself yet. Good news? It's harder for it to intensify quickly. Bad news? It still has enough strength to cause major damage. Friday lunchtime. Massive rain map and an even bigger cyclone core. Here it is. The 24-hour rainfall map, super visual. The cyclone's core is shaded deep blue, signaling 300 millimeters dumping with no mercy. Around Darwin, only light, scattered rain. The main action is still at sea. Winds on Friday, getting stronger up north, especially as the cyclone moves downward. Saturday. FINA's fireworks show. Will Darwin be directly in the center? Come Saturday, the two major models continue their argument. European model, FINA will go directly into Darwin Saturday afternoon, evening. US model, it'll be a bit offshore. Actual result, both models agree. Strong winds will sweep into Darwin and nearby regions. Gusts from 150 kilometers per hour are completely possible. Heavy rainfall in the purple zones, 150, 200, 300 millimeters depending on location. This is typical tropical rainfall, but extremely concerning. Monday, the cyclone moves west. Now Kimberley is at risk. By Monday afternoon, FINA shifts farther toward Western Australia. Kimberley region may experience strong, potentially damaging winds. Then what? Some models, it curves back out to sea. Others, it moves deeper inland. But that region is pretty remote, so impacts on population are limited. Still, we'll keep updating every hour so you stay informed. The next 7 days, a beautiful and terrifying rain map. On the 7-day animation, Darwin lights up as a water-dumping hotspot from Friday night, Saturday, early Sunday. Rainfall of 300 millimeters or more is entirely possible. Most dangerous window, Friday night, all day Saturday. Reminder, the Bureau of Meteorology will constantly update precise timing, so turn on notifications. Wind, escalating alert. The wind map shows extremely clearly. The strongest wind core, purple, spins right across Darwin or just offshore. Peak timing, 6 p.m. Saturday, but it can shift from midday to late evening. Whatever scenario happens, strong winds, heavy rain, and severe weather are guaranteed. FINA is currently Category 2, not a megacyclone, but absolutely capable of serious damage. To wrap up, FINA is no joke. This is a system worth watching, worth tracking, worth preparing for seriously. Not the biggest cyclone on Earth, but one with clear destructive power, especially as it nears Darwin. Thank you all for tuning in to today's super long but super awesome weather update. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to VTV Tien so you won't miss the next hot updates, and drop a comment. Do you think FINA will hit Darwin directly or slide offshore? See you all in the next video.